Hey guys, welcome to Casual Corner Chat. I am Luke.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Sam.
And today we are missing Vu. Unfortunately, he is away. But it's all right. You got us three. Just solidly as good. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Today we'll be bringing you guys a topic about pet peeves. All right? So we all have our pet peeves. For those who don't know what pet peeves are, the official definition of a pet peeve is something that a particular person finds especially annoying. But there are many universal pet peeves, especially for those who work in office settings. What do you guys have the top 3 work pet peeves are? Do you guys know? Because you two especially work in office settings.
Yes.
Although these days you guys work from home. What are the top 3?
Oh,
I would imagine like talking loudly.
yeah, that'd probably be one.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm thinking clicking pens is one because I hate
that's
that.
good. No, that's
Doesn't
fair.
exist anymore.
Yeah,
I know.
unfortunately, yeah.
I'm like, who uses pens? But
Yeah, so the top 3 for office settings are malfunctioning hardware. So let's say if your computer needs to update right as you need to start work.
Oh my god.
The second one would be coworkers not washing their hands after leaving the bathroom. People find that
That's-
like
How'd
very
you know?
annoying.
I've seen it. I've seen
know
it in the
you've
girls'
mentioned it
bathroom,
before.
and I was just like, I'm gonna use toilet paper to like, or like the paper towel to like open the door.
Yeah.
So disgusting.
And last one is people that come into work sick. I absolutely hate that.
actually, that's true.
I know people that actively like they joke around. It's like, I'm sick. The only way I can get better is making you sick. I'm like, what is the point? And this was
That's
like
terrible.
This was like particularly bad when we were doing the COVID.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
pandemic.
they would come in and like, degree of COVID. I'm like, I'm feeling all right. But like, no, you're gonna get everyone
They
else.
don't have a decency of safety for
Yeah,
themselves
exactly.
and for others. Like,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah, if you're listening, you know who I'm talking about. But anyways,
Oh, no.
those are the classic ones. But yeah, let's go into our pet peeves, you guys.
Right, going on that. My boyfriend's parents are GPs and they go into work sick. Like sniffling and like what do you think about that?
That's a danger to their patients, I feel. But even though their patients
they
may
come
always
in
sick.
sick already. I mean, their patients.
No. You don't know what their patients have.
True.
Like most of the
Yes.
time, people
True.
that actually go to the GP are not like sick. Like
No, you have a
cold
face.
Yeah.
sick.
They just need what is that?
Like a script. Yeah.
A
think-
script or what is the one where you just need it for like a day off?
Oh no, doctor's
Yeah,
note,
doctor's thing. Yeah,
Medical
the medical
certificate,
certificate.
yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of those morality questions, like
Yes.
for the lesser evil kind of thing. Like you're sacrificing a little bit to help the rest.
Yeah.
I know it's very. It does sound iffy, but yeah, right.
I'm
Like-
not sure how I feel about that.
They're GP, so it's I don't want to say they're less important part of all the doctors, but like
Yeah.
they're the ones that can actually take time off and it'd be okay because the issues that people go to for GPs aren't emergencies. Otherwise, they would go to the emergency department.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
This is true.
You make a good point, but I'll still say like, you're sacrificing. Yes, you can. You put people at risk, but
Yeah.
you're doing some more
Yeah.
helping a lot.
Yeah.
of
But I
others.
agree. You should also
It's
like
true.
take time out for yourself to like
Yeah.
properly rest
Of
and
course.
recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
think
pros
that's
and
important.
cons, and yeah, good bring up. But yes, what are your pet peeves, you guys? What would be your pet peeves?
One of the first ones I wrote was slow walkers.
Oh, I agree.
I can't deal with
Slow
slow
walkers and slow drivers.
Slow drivers.
Oh my
yes,
god!
I am.
If you
They're in
are
the same boat for me.
in terms of driving, if you are driving 10 kilometers under the speed limit,
Yeah.
Oh, that's slow.
That is
that's
slow.
That is slow.
That is slow.
That one.
I think that's a danger to more people
especially
than,
if you're
than it
understandable
is-
if you're like an L plate on a highway.
Yes.
And it's like 110.
Yeah.
Like
Please be
restricted 90.
in the left lane.
Yes, left lane.
Left
don't
lane.
don't hog the overtaking
Yes.
lane, the right lane, the middle
Yes.
lane. Just stay in your lane.
I agree.
Okay.
I
I
agree.
think 10 kilometers is okay. I think 20 is pushing it.
Okay. 20. Yeah, maybe 20.
No, 50 on a 60 road is killing me because 60 is already so slow.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just thinking in my head and I go 50. unconsciously.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's fair.
on your point, in terms of walking,
Yes.
right? It's just like if there's a group of 4 people walking slow and they're blocking the entire
No,
sidewalk.
when they're like walking in a line and they're like blocking the whole pathway, I'm
Yeah.
like, please
oh my
do
gosh.
a two, like a double or
Yeah.
something.
I'm like, why would
hate
you guys
that.
do this? It's like you don't. In my head, it's like you don't have any consideration
Yes.
but yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It triggers
Yeah.
me so much.
Like, people gotta move, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're not just blocking one direction; you're blocking both directions.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to jump onto
No,
your bandwagon.
no.
I just like
No.
rather
No,
be
I
like-
agree.
No,
I agree.
I am 100% same. But also, again, in terms of like slow walking, the ones where they like stop in the middle.
Oh, I have that. I've written, yeah.
Yeah, like
I
when
hate
they
that.
just stop suddenly.
Yeah.
I also hate
I
that.
am like, and I'm right behind them, for example. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Like, I'm so triggered.
I've
like,
been in
why?
awkward situations when they stop, they bend over to like tie a shoelace.
So true.
Tie your
Oh.
shoelace on the side.
Ah,
Don't-
so true.
And then you just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's just
I'm
like
like,
an awkward
whoa.
position.
I know. This is so
Yeah.
true.
yeah,
That's one of mine.
solid.
I can't
Oh.
deal with both.
I agree. I hate when people like stop in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Just like go to the side or like
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm walking
like,
here.
No consideration. I know.
Yeah, it's all about consideration, I guess.
Correct.
What about you, Jenny? What's a pet peeve for you?
Other than the stopping in the middle of the road, I think really bright LED headlights.
Oh,
They
when
are
you're driving.
pretty bad.
That's true.
Not my pet peeve, but they are pretty bad.
I can't see.
It's
I can't see
dangerous.
anything.
It's so
Exactly.
dangerous.
Especially with newer car models, they're explicitly like
Yeah.
bright.
Yeah.
To the point where you think it's high beam, but it isn't.
It's true.
Yeah. And especially like when you're tired at night and that just goes in your eyes, I'm like, I don't have time to deal
I know.
with
I
this.
can't see. And like when they're really bright, they also when they're behind you as well, you can't see. Like all your mirrors are.
Oh,
Blinded.
yes.
Blinded. You
you're
can't see
completely
anything.
I agree with
blinded.
that. I do agree with that. Yeah, I have so many moments where I'm like, is this car on high beam? Because I'm like, and it's sometimes like during the day as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are they on? And then sometimes I just want to like flick them, but I never do that. Just because like, I'm like, I don't know. But also on that topic, it's like, you know, when people don't put their headlights on when it's nighttime,
Oh.
it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I know. Yeah. It happened.
Not a pet peeve, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's,
I think it
it's just a
depends on
danger.
like where you are. If
do
you're
you
in like
mean?
a well lit suburb,
I still think it's.
some people just forget
I know.
because it's so bright. You're like, oh, I
It's
don't, like,
true.
That's why you do
It's
the
not-
whole flashing thing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, your lights are off.
Yeah.
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 But I love how like in Australia, like they flash when like there's a cop.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
I love
yeah.
that. It's so
That's cool.
helpful.
Yeah.
There's been so many cops recently. Like,
But on that note, I absolutely hate when someone leaves their light on during the day.
same.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same.
And like
do
you
you
can't
know?
really flash them because like they can barely see
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But I also learned from like because from your car and Viz's car, there's like what
I have
daylights?
daylights. Yeah, I have daylights.
I didn't know what that was.
I see.
Yeah, like what's
I
the
don't
point
think I
of
have that.
daylights? Anyway, do you know? I'm like, why do you need the sun's out? Why do you need
Yeah.
things to be more brighter? But yeah.
My car's got like the automatic one. So like if it's like if it gets to a certain like darkness, it like switches on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That
might annoy people.
Yeah. My old car didn't have that.
Yeah.
And I would always, if I'm driving my mum's or dad's car, I would always turn the auto off as
Yeah.
well. Just like a precaution because
Yeah.
sometimes they forget.
Yes.
And because you turn off your car, the light goes off as well.
That's true.
But if you're like driving the next morning in the day, I had no idea it would be on.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
okay.
That's a good point.
What were you going to say?
I forgot now.
Sorry. Yeah. All right.
What about yours? Yeah.
My pet peeve. So this is more like a fashion thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Mullets and ratties. I am absolutely sorry. Okay, I've slowly like grown on ratties. Okay,
you've grown on ratties, but
Yeah.
not mullets.
Not mullets. I don't know why. It's just like
I feel like it'd be
Sleep
the other
in
way
the car.
around.
Yeah, I'm the other way around.
I'm the other
I think
way
the
around.
mullets have grown on me a little
Yeah.
bit. Like a baby mullet is nice.
Yeah. Like if it fits your style of fashion as well,
Yeah.
like I think it works.
Yeah.
like every time I told like my mate Daniel and Alex about this.
Yeah.
and I'm like, why do you guys do
Every
this?
time they have a ratty.
Oh,
my God.
mullet. Like I like because I feel like
It's a trend now.
Yeah,
It is a
especially for
trend.
Koreans, it's like a mullet with a perm and combined and everything.
Yeah.
And it's
like
just
perm
like-
on the top and then
Yeah.
That doesn't
yeah.
sound good.
it's weird.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
like,
seen that in
a
real
weird
life.
combo or whatever. But I'm like, come on, you guys, don't, please, don't. And then sometimes I think mullets, from what I heard, like with a barber, you can fuck up on it easily.
Yeah.
It doesn't just turn out the way that you want.
Yeah.
And I even heard from friends from past experience with ratties and mullets, it gets very uncomfortable like sleeping, especially at night because it just gets in your way.
Oh, really?
Especially
What?
with ratties because like
What's a ratty again?
ratty is just like you have a
Like a tail?
like a tail. It could be from any position. It could be like from
Like a
the
braid.
yeah,
Oh, from the middle of the head is the
Middle
worst.
from the head
Weirdest thing I've
out.
seen.
Yeah.
What?
And it'd just be a
Oh,
long
no.
piece of hair when you unravel it, but guys usually just braid it up or like just literally elastic band or something. But yeah, and they just
Not
tell
a
me it's
fan.
like when they sleep, it just becomes very uncomfortable, especially when it's hot.
Yeah.
It's just like
Oh, interesting.
all sweaty. It's like that's
How do
why.
girls live with it?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Like, do you guys find it attractive for a guy to
No.
have?
Hair is so important for me for some reason. Like the way that they style their hair. And definitely no ratties or mullets. Like a mullet, I can go with for a short term. Because my previous partners have had
Mullet.
mullets and
Okay.
like they looked okay in it. Like some guys do look okay in it, but not my go-to.
I
But
a
ratties
mullet's
are like
okay.
out of the question.
Yeah, I agree.
Do
I
people?
agree.
I haven't seen one in ages.
People still have rat tails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the West,
Not a
and then
fan.
you see it at raves
Not a
as
fan.
well. Guys will have it.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I've grown on my ratties.
Okay.
Like, I always joke about in the past, like, if I see a rat, I'm gonna
Just
Oh.
drop it.
just
Oh my
snip it
god!
off.
You're doing
Just
a
snip it
favor
off.
for everyone.
You hear that? I got a girl's approval, you
Oh
guys.
my gosh.
You watch out. Oh, yeah. All right, back to you, Sam. What's your next pet peeve?
My next one. I wrote one in terms of like cars again. It's like turning without signaling. I can't deal with like people
That's
not
such a
signaling.
risk,
It's so
eh?
risky.
Yeah.
There was like this one roundabout, and it's a really like popular roundabout. It's not massive, but it's like one close to the city, and so many cars like frequent it, right? And I was going left, and a car was approaching, and he was also going the same direction I was, but I thought he was going straight.
Yeah.
And he literally, I was going left, thinking that he was going to go straight. Went left. He was like so close to my car, and I was like, I wanted to honk so badly.
You know,
So dangerous.
sorry. And the audacity is when they think that they're right and they think
Yes.
that they turned it on. It's like,
Yes.
you did not turn it
I
on.
know.
That pisses me off more.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
so dangerous.
oh my God,
There's
it's
been
your
so
fault.
many instances like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's especially important at a roundabout.
Yes.
But if you're like, if you're on a road that always turns right,
Yes.
you don't need to signal for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
When
same-
it's like that, when it's
Yeah.
like when it's like marked out that way,
Yeah.
then it's fine. But when it's like like a roundabout or like a road that has a left or right
Yeah.
turn, like you should take the appropriate.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
do you guys find honking rude?
No.
If it's like a really long honk, I find it rude.
Oh.
I don't.
Okay.
I think that's
like
obnoxious.
I do
a little
little
bit.
tap. Like,
Yeah,
beep,
like
beep.
if it's just one time, like I honked this morning because we were at a traffic light and like there was like 4 cars who had already gone in the left lane and I was in the right lane going straight and he had not left. And so he was like, and then I honked to proceed because there was a lot of cars behind me. So in my opinion, I didn't think I was in the wrong to honk. But if it's like a really obnoxious, like long honk, then I'm like, you really don't need to do that. But I think it's also a safety thing as well. Like honking is sometimes a safety thing as well. Like to warn others around you.
Yeah.
To let you know, like to let them know that there's something wrong. Yeah.
I've realized I have a small anxiety about honking.
Oh.
Like I do
Like
honk
you
as
honking?
well, but it's just let's say there's a car at the front at the line.
Yeah.
There's me behind it, and
Yeah.
there's someone behind me.
Yeah.
And you know how sometimes people, the cab drivers,
Yeah.
who like literally honk the second the light turns green.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
And they honk very loud, and it
Yeah.
makes it sound like that I'm honking.
You're honking, yeah.
And then you
Oh.
can see in their their rear view mirror, they're looking at me.
Yeah, that
it's like,
is-
it's not me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, it's not me.
No, I have that fear as well. I have that fear as
But
It's
well.
you're
like-
never gonna meet them. I
No,
mean,
but like,
Still,
there's
it's just
been
like-
times like in situations where I've seen like people actually get out of their car
yeah.
and like have a go at that person. And I've seen like videos where like they smash their cars and like,
Yeah,
all
like, I
that.
don't-
Like it can get
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want them to like also like when we turn and then we're driving, they pull up next to you
Yes.
and they just like look you dead on.
yeah, and they
It's
start like swearing at you
Yeah.
and like going off. I've seen that happen, and I'm like,
road rage.
yeah, road rage in itself. Like to be honest, when I was in LA driving, one thing I noticed was that there's not many roundabouts for one.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
It's-
Everything is a four-way stop.
Yes. Or it's just like roads, and then they just have lots of stop signs.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
hate
How
it.
do
like-
you U-turn? Like
Pardon?
how would you U-turn or roundabout?
U-turn.
Like if you go
turn on the
straight.
road.
You just have to turn to a road.
Oh, so you have to turn into the road and then just turn and find an exit or something and
Yeah.
go back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really annoying. There was just like constantly like stop signs on like it's just like a long straight road, and there's just like 5 stop signs.
Yeah.
In like small sections. Anyway, that
I
was
also
one
hate
thing.
it.
Yeah, that was really frustrating. And then the other thing was I was actually too scared to honk in America. Or like to have
road
any
rage
kind
is
of road
so
rage.
big there. Yeah.
But I was like too scared to do it because like what if like the cop sees or something and like I have to like because you know how like there's like I don't know if it's a stereotype, but like there's a bit of like they're a bit rude, like the police officers in America.
Oh
like,
yeah.
confrontational. I'm like, I don't want to handle that because I can road rage. I have some road rage tendencies. So I would.
Interesting.
I felt like I wanted to road rage when I was in America,
I'm
but I
quite
held
curious
myself.
to see what you look like
But I
or
held
sound
myself.
like.
Oh, yeah. You don't. You really don't. I'm like,
I wanna
all
see you
hell is
swear
loose.
like-
All hell is loose. I'm like, you know those there's like these memes, like reels on like Instagram where it's like talking about like he's like reacting to like how like to all like these like car incidences and like road
Yeah,
raging.
yeah.
That is me.
Wow.
That is literally me. I send it to my partner and I send it to my friends because I'm like, they know how I am in a car.
Wow.
Yeah. Even my sister knows. I'm
Just
like,
chill out. No,
yeah, I'm like, I'm
that's
not calm.
also in. Oh, that's another pet peeve.
Yeah, to calm to people to calm down. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like people make that mistake of like saying, "Calm down, chill out." I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that just sometimes makes you more riled up.
Exactly. What about you, Jenny? What's your next pet peeve?
Yeah.
I think it's like when I tell someone something and then they miss it. Like they ask a question again, like, "Oh, where are we meeting?" Like the first question is, "Where are we meeting?" and when are we meeting? I told them, and then they ask the question the next day. I'm like, "Bro, I told you yesterday already. Can you not
You
pay
hate
attention?"
repeating yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I hate repeating myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I
feel like
that
I'm a
too.
culprit of that, or like at least like
Which one? Like which side are you?
I would say like
What did you say?
I would re-ask a question or something like again, literally after someone has just said that.
Yeah.
Or like I bring up a topic, literally a topic again. I'm like, wait, did we talk about this? I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah,
It's just
completely-
simple things.
yeah.
Like I've specifically outlined where to meet, when to meet.
Yeah.
Why don't you take that information when you've already asked me?
Yeah.
Or you could like do the thing, like just search for it in the conversation.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
ask me
true.
again.
Yes.
If you know it's there,
That
just
is a
like
good
search for it.
point.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that
have-
sometimes,
I've
just
been
in
in those
case.
situations where I've said something in a chat and then they ask me again the next day and I'm like, it's above.
It's so infuriating. and
above.
it's like not even like so far up ahead. It's like literally
honestly,
one scroll and it's
honestly.
there.
Yeah.
No, fair. Okay,
That's
yeah.
funny.
That is true. Sometimes people are just lazy.
Yeah.
That just shows.
Yeah. Or some people just can't hear sometimes. Like they just miss it in that moment.
Yeah, okay. Hearing is a different issue,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah. When it's in text, I'm like,
Yeah, it's
you know.
there.
Yeah.
You have to keep accountable at that
Yes,
point.
exactly.
Yeah, no, that's a solid point. I didn't
That's a
think
good
about
one.
that.
That's a good one.
My next point is when you're sitting at a table or like sitting on a long chair and then someone like, bounce their leg or their knee.
I have this too. I wrote this down too.
Like I'm fine if I don't feel it, but if you're moving an entire table
Yeah.
or like even
Yeah.
yeah.
if I can feel it, it's
Yeah.
like stop.
Yeah.
please stop.
Yeah.
And I've done it in the past where I'm like, I grab onto a knee and just like push it down.
Oh, I also
I'm
do
like
that
that too.
Yeah. I've also done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I get you're like excited or you just need to be a bit jittery. Like sometimes
Yeah.
I even do it, but I'm like, you just get to the point.
stop.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
you gotta stop. Thank you, but no. I'm
No,
good.
I feel like, especially when you can feel it, I get really just not uncomfortable, but it's just like, stop. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why?
I'm glad we all have the same perspective on that.
Yeah. I feel like I think Vu's done that before, not to out him.
I
But
think I've seen that as
Vu's
well.
Yeah, I
Vu
think
does
I've seen
it.
Vu done
And I'm just like, there's a time when I'm just like, I'm just going to put your leg down.
Not talking shit, V, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're not
yeah.
even here to defend yourself.
I would give it a pass because sometimes they don't do it straight.
Yeah.
Like, they do it in like small bursts.
Yeah, bursts, yeah.
So I give it a pass for the first time around.
Yeah.
But I also get conscious, like if we're in the cinemas and they're doing it, and like if I feel it, an entire like some degree of the entire row is
yeah.
gonna feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look around.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not me.
Because they could think it was you.
Yeah.
They could definitely think
Yeah.
it's you because it's so black in there, dark in
Yeah.
there.
On that topic of cinema, I hate when people are like pushing their feet behind, like on the back
on your-
on the back of your
that is
seats.
the worst.
Ooh, okay, I'm a
I've
bit
never
corporate.
had that actually.
I've seen people
That's
do
so
that,
bad.
and
I only do
I've
that-
felt it.
I've only do
so
that.
bad.
Wait, does it? If I only do it if I know one is sitting in front of me.
Yeah,
No
I
one's
would
sitting
only
in-
do it if there's no one sitting in front of me. But I've had people
Yes.
do it to me when they know
That's so frustrating.
that I'm sitting there.
That's the same as when I was in high school and I would go by bus and someone would like be
Push
behind,
the seat.
push the
yeah,
seat behind.
yeah.
That's like the same with the train too. Like people put their feet like,
yeah.
or like they put their feet up and
Yeah.
like
You
they.
don't feel it.
Pardon?
you don't
I feel
feel
it
it, do
because
you?
my seat is not fully straight,
Oh, and then you just sit back and that's fine.
and then I sit back, and
Yeah.
then they push back. But I'm like, it shouldn't be in that instance in general in my head. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. There's other movie pet peeves. Guys, okay.
cinema pet peeves.
Cinema
I have
pet
cinema
peeves. Oh my
cinema
God.
pet peeves too.
So you know how the American stereotype for movie goers, do you guys know what the stereotype is?
No.
So the
Unless
old
you say
stereotype,
it.
I don't know if it still applies, but black people always like talk in cinemas.
Okay.
Like they even make jokes about it. It's like, don't go in there, girl. It's like they just
Okay.
commentate on
Interesting.
everything.
Okay.
Australia's version of that,
Yeah.
the Lebanese Arabic community. Oh my God, it's the absolute worst. If you guys want to experience, you guys, everyone that's listening as well, go to Auburn Reading Cinemas. Auburn Reading Cinemas. Second is Bankstown Hoyt. All right, not to talk shit, but they
so
know
true.
as well. Like the amount
That's
of
so
bad
true.
reviews. If you go there, I was watching, what was it? The Invisible Man, that horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
No, I haven't.
But anyway, it was literally just like the girl. It was at a scene where the girl is like by herself in the halls, and obviously the guy is invisible. And then some kid would be like, "Oh, she's hot, go bang her," and just like say random stuff like that. It's like,
that's
just-
so
not
annoying.
appropriate.
yeah, and then I think it was another time we watched Halloween.
Yeah.
and then the like Mike Myers is like wrestling one of the people who is gonna kill. It's like, oh, you guys are doing it. Oh, that's so f***ing hot. And they just joke, and you have like parents yelling
Hate
at
when
them,
that-
and just like.
Oh gosh.
And I've had moments when I was in my nervous and yelled at them. It's like, shut the hell up, turn off your
Yeah.
phone, get out.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
make you get out. And
Yeah,
just
That's
like,
so true.
but yeah, like if you want to experience, enjoy like commentary, go. I advise you go. It is an experience. But yeah, you guys, that's unfortunately the West for you.
I
gosh.
have another like cinema story. So recently I went to watch Mufasa.
How was it?
And it was so good. It was so good. I loved it. Just reminded me back of like,
Yeah,
childhood
yeah.
of Lion King. But because I don't think I've watched Lion King 2 or is there
Wait,
a
Oh
Is it
yeah, there's
two?
a Lion King
yeah,
too.
there is a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know if there's a 3, but
Yeah.
I haven't watched Lion King in so long. So it was like very, it was a very nice memory. But there was these like teenagers who came into the cinema like after the ads had like finished. It was kind of like very beginning of the movie, and they came to sit next to us. And one thing is flashlights. I can't deal with just like flashlights going around, but they didn't do that. But what they did was they just started talking really loudly, like to each other
In the middle of the movie.
in the movie.
Okay.
They're
And
probably movie hoppers. My experience is
Maybe.
those who come in and don't actually watch a movie and just talk
What?
are movie hoppers.
People do that.
Yeah, people do that
People
all
do
the time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I know,
But-
like, I think ages ago, I remember
That's
my,
disrespectful.
my cousin
Yeah.
in America, he would just like spend an entire day in movies, just movie hopping from cinema to cinema.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's crazy.
But yeah,
What's the point?
Yeah.
watch all the movies you want with one ticket.
One free ticket, yeah.
But then
They don't
you
check.
You don't know like when they've started the movie.
Yeah, you just walk in. Once you,
could
finish your all
probably,
one,
yeah,
walk in.
you kind of just walk in and
Sometimes
yeah,
the
yeah.
cinema will tell you the time it will start as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But you don't know which cinema it's at. Like which
Yeah.
room
Yeah.
it's in.
You literally just go explore. That's why
Yeah.
people go in and go out and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, I was just really frustrated because they just were talking really loudly, and then luckily they decided to move to another section, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank goodness. I could not deal with people like I don't mind talking, but quietly,
Yeah.
not like they were talking like there was
Really
no
loud.
movie
Yeah,
happening.
okay.
But yeah, I because I was like venting this out to like my coworkers, and one of them is like a mum, and she had the same experience. Like she took her kids and all their friends to the movies,
Yeah.
and all they did was like just constantly talk. Like she
Yeah.
got embarrassed,
Yeah.
and she was like to me, "It's like the reason why they're like that is because at home they're like how do I say it?" They're not allowed to express their feelings and whatnot
Yeah.
in front of their parents.
Yeah.
So when they're out of the house, they get to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They just do, like say whatever they
Yeah,
want.
and they're
act
also
stupid.
with the group as well, like of
Yeah.
other kids. So
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
feel like it's like
like a machismo thing. Like
Yeah.
they have to prove themselves.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if they're a clown of a group, then they'll have to say something all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
On that note, with kids, another pet peeve would be like, I hate when kids are like crying outside or like being really loud outside.
I understand.
Can
that.
you-
It's more if they're running around constantly with no parental control.
Oh, I hate
That's
that.
a parent thing
I
for
actually
me.
hate that.
Yeah. Like where are your parents? Like and they're just sitting there like, watching their kids having a
Yeah.
mess.
When the parents
Yeah,
have like no
yeah.
disregard, like no regard for like what's happening with their child, I'm just like, can you just control your child? like,
But I also
I
just
know,
hate
it's
them
upsetting.
crying in general.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my ear. I don't want it near
Yeah.
me. I'm okay to live without it.
Have you seen tantrums? Have you seen kids have tantrums? It's so
I have.
funny and crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
Yeah, I'm like
yeah, it's tough.
if it was my kid taking you, gonna smack you. Right
Oh
away.
gosh.
Yes, it sounds like child abuse, you guys, but Asian parenting to some degree works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like discipline.
yeah, discipline.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
To an extent. But like, you know how there's like the whole concept of like, would you slap your child or like smack your child in public? That's like a pretty controversial topic
Yes,
as well.
it's
Like,
Yeah.
a fine line. Wait,
Yeah.
is it the same as smacking them in front of like an audience or not audience?
like in
Wrong
public.
word.
Like if- yeah,
in public.
Public, or would you take them somewhere else, more private, and then smack them?
But that's like different, right? In the sense of one's public and one's like in.
Still private, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's more the public one.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you're in the middle of Westfield and they
Yeah.
like won't leave.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
won't
like having a
move.
full tantrum and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story that was crazy, like with this child and a tantrum. So it was a family, mum, dad, and then child. The child was probably like 3 years old, 3, 4 years old. She was able to walk and everything like that. And I think she was like, she didn't want to go out of, like, she didn't want to move from one spot from the airport to another. So she just had this massive fit. She was just crying. And then I go to the bathroom. I can still hear her crying, all of that. And then I come back and there's like this iced coffee just all over the floor. And I'm like, what just happened? Asked my partner at the time. And he was like, the child just like smacked the iced coffee out of her mum's out of her mum's hand. Out of her mum's hand. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And like the dad was trying to like console the daughter, and the mum was just like, stop, like you're just babying her
Yeah.
and all of that. And then a lady, like external lady, proceeds to come to the two parents and like try to like reduce the situation. And I was like, that is such a silly move.
Wow.
I was like, that is so not on.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's like in your place to
Yeah.
to
As much as we want it to be our
Correct.
place, it's never our place.
exactly. It's like not in our place to approach that whole situation and give our 2 cents to that. I was just watching the whole like situation unfold, and I was like, I don't think this is
I
good.
can't believe the kid did that. That's,
Yeah, she was so like
But then even
troublemaker.
then, I feel like you should discipline your child after that, not console them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen the
Yeah.
tactic when if kids have tantrums in public,
Yeah.
the parents literally just walk away, and the kids will just be too scared to be alone, but they just shut up and just try to run after.
wait,
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
happened-
one tactic.
Last year at Rhodes, the new center.
Yeah, Rhodes
and it's
Central.
just like a kid was like throwing her toys around, and her mom's like, "That's it, I'm leaving." And then after that, when
She literally left.
she lifted and like was about to get on the escalator down, and
Wow.
the kid started to panic, so like started to run out with her toys after her.
Wow.
And like worked, and but yeah,
Yeah.
there was a huge fuss before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Anyways, parenting, you guys.
Some interesting situations
Yes.
out there.
Right,
for
your
sure.
next pet peeve.
Yes.
Is it yours?
I feel like we've kind of bounced off each other, but
yeah.
because I said the shaking the leg.
Mm.
Music blasting on trains
Oh, like
during
on
like
the-
peak hour, or just like in general.
In general,
I can't handle.
it's pretty bad. Someone told me that there apparently was a study on this. On same goes with music and people that go on their phones and like loudspeaker,
Yeah.
talk loudspeaker.
Yeah. Oh,
and they
loudspeaker,
said
yeah.
it's due to the fact that they want everyone to be involved in it. Does that
I
make
don't
sense?
agree.
Interesting.
I don't
as well,
agree.
But apparently, there's like a huge study, and like,
Interesting.
especially because of the younger generation as well, they want everyone to be involved in it, like in the
No.
music, enjoying the moment,
no,
and into the conversations.
No.
That's why they have little
I
concern.
don't think so.
And it's like,
These are like they're like troublemaker teenagers who want to like seem cool and like make themselves feel like bigger in a sense. Honestly, that's like the people that I see on the trains who play like ridiculously like loud like rap
Oh,
music,
okay.
kind of sexual.
I haven't experienced that much.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's maybe on my train line, but like Campbelltown train line
Yeah.
towards that direction.
Oh.
if you want that experience, go to Campbelltown, you
Yeah.
guys.
No stereotypes, but it's everywhere. Even like on the Granville line, I've experienced it.
I've seen it at Lickham. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just be, it wouldn't even be young. There'll just be an old guy. Yes, he's drinking beer, but he has his like loudspeaker wrapped tied around his,
Yeah.
to his back.
Yeah.
And they're just like blasting music.
Yeah. I've heard it from like all different ages as well. Like an old man was like listening to like I think some sort of movie and it was just like broadcasted out loud and one time where it was like a chanting kind of situation and
I think it's very common in China for people
Yeah.
to just
Really?
listen to things on loudspeaker.
Really?
I think my dad even
yeah,
does it outside.
a lot of Asians do that too.
Because
But
they just don't have earphones or like don't want to figure out how to use earphones.
yeah. Yeah, okay, I feel that.
I think it's a
I
less
feel
a
that.
bit of a pet peeve because I can just remove myself from the situation.
Oh, I'm so lazy. Especially
Like-
if it's peak. I can't deal.
Okay, fair. If it's peak, it's different.
Yeah.
But if it's like, if I can move myself from a situation, then I
then you'll
would.
remove it.
That's why it's less of a pet peeve.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, my first instinct would be like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to
Because
like,
like I'm
bother
listening to
everyone else?
something and I can't hear anything because of their music.
Yeah. Well, oh, that's loud then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, okay.
really loud. Like sometimes there's been times where they actually have a speaker.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, why?
okay.
Have you ever seen anyone like argue back? I've heard
Yes.
times, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Is it ever successful?
No, I kind of just remove myself out of the situation. Yeah. Like when there's just people shouting in general at other people and like strangers, like saying like about like people sitting on the feet on the seats and music. I'm like, I'm just going to not involve myself. Like, yes, I feel the same way, but I'm not going to put myself in
Yeah.
that situation and say something because anything could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've seen it.
True.
I've seen
like,
it happen.
You never
It just
know.
gets
Like a
really-
Yeah.
knife comes out.
Correct.
Especially, no offense, in your area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can kind of get crazy. But I feel like it's like I've seen it at Central, like with different people. Like
you don't
people
get out
who-
enough.
I don't know. I think it's like people
Yeah,
who've been
public
alcoholic, like alcoholic people
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That aren't their right selves, that are kind of like spouting stuff and
Yeah. What about you, Jenny? What's another pet peeve you have?
I think I hate seeing things visibly dirty. I think I don't enjoy, especially in like when I go to people's. I think the bathroom is the best hole when I go to people's houses.
It's my bathroom. Is it?
And you can see like I think like watermarks
yeah,
is a thing. And
things in the sink.
Things in the sink. Yeah. Like a
know
dirty
if I cleaned.
toilet
Yeah,
is also a big thing. I think
Yeah.
the bathroom is a big tell when you go over to people's places.
Yeah.
And that would annoy me in my own house, but if it's someone else's house, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's their own thing to deal with. I think it's more of a pet peeve for me.
True.
When I see something
Fair enough.
dirty.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would rather it being
If you're talking
visibly
about
clean.
if my
Cleanliness.
bathroom is dirty,
I'm not going to tell you. It's
Yeah.
your bathroom.
Yeah.
no, like, if it's dirty, it's dirty. It's just what do you call it?
Do you clean your own bathroom?
Like, yeah, but like if my cousin was here and still living,
Yeah.
then I'll clean properly.
Yeah.
If it's just by myself,
Yeah.
just my own stuff,
Yeah.
then I don't go.
I know.
Yeah.
I
That's
I don't
yeah.
mind like disorganized. I mind when it's visibly dirty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the
Yeah.
toilet seat's, pardon me, if the toilet seat's dirty or like the
Yeah,
toilet
exactly.
bowl
Yeah,
or
yeah.
things like that.
Or like,
Yeah.
I hate
I get that.
seeing mold as well.
Yeah.
Like,
damn.
sometimes it's unavoidable, but like,
No, cleanliness is important.
Yeah.
I do agree, especially in the
I see.
bathroom. Especially in
yeah,
the bathroom.
yeah.
And it's, and this is only applies to like someone's house, all right, not like a public space.
Oh, you can't do anything about
Yeah, public
space,
space is
really.
completely
It's
different.
completely out of my
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Even your
Although
house is out of my hands.
I do appreciate a clean public bathroom, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, it's clean.
It's
very
like a
nice.
safe space to
Yeah.
be in a clean public
Yeah.
bathroom.
This is true.
Yeah, nice. No, good point. Damn, why can I only configure of fashion ones? Okay.
Okay.
Wearing
Yeah.
a hat indoors.
Oh,
That bothers me so much.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
I think it's just like growing up, I knew it's like a sign of respect to take your hat off indoors.
I see.
And then I worked at an RSL and their policy is no hats indoors.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just used to that.
Yeah, it's just
But
like.
that's a security reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just
okay.
ingrained to me. It's like,
Yeah.
hat, take it off. I'm sorry, but
Oh.
take it off. Yeah. And then, like, when I worked at a warehouse, people just wore hat all the time. I'm like, what is your logic? We're working night shift. It's not sunny outside. It's not sunny inside. I'm like,
Maybe their hair's just dirty.
Yeah.
like I started to understand that. But then
Yeah.
it just became like a fashion statement for them as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Like, if your hair's, if you have a problem with your hair, it's like,
Each to their own. Each to their
Yeah.
own.
like, okay, I
Yeah,
understand if
okay.
you wear a hat for one day to fix up the mess that you have. No, not saying it's a mess, but
Oh, but they do it every day at
yeah,
every shift.
every day, every shift.
Okay.
On that note, I've met people that wear glasses with no lens.
Ooh, that's a fashion thing as well.
Yeah. With no lens though?
No lens. Like I could see them like scratching my eyes through the lens of their thing. I'm like,
Okay, that used to be a thing back in the days. Like years ago. Now, not
I
so
think
much.
it's still a thing. Like Koreans do it on
no,
show.
but like people wear, like they have lens. It's
no,
just,
I've seen
No.
Korean. I've seen like TV shows where they don't have a lens,
Really?
and you can clearly see that there's no reflection in the lens.
yeah, it's like I think
I've
what
not
is it?
seen that.
Indonesian and Filipino people, they get braces for the aesthetics, not
What?
just to straighten your teeth, for the absolute aesthetics.
No
it was a whole
way.
trend, yeah.
I don't
like such that,
understand
like
that.
the Indonesian and
It's so expensive too.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't
but then
understand
everyone
that.
just got it just because it looked good. Like not that they needed their
okay.
teeth straightened. It was just like a fashion statement at a time.
Yeah, I'm
Interesting.
not sure about
Right.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one.
yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. I still don't get the glasses without the, because I've seen like it's now a trend, right, to wear glasses, like to wear glasses with the lens
Yeah.
without having like a prescription. That's I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but without a lens, I'm not.
I know,
so
it's a bit
sure.
cringe.
It's a bit, yeah. It's
I don't think it's a pet
cringe.
peeve. I think it's a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each their own, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm realizing now all my pet peeves are like fashion related. I'm like fashionally challenged as well.
I know when you said it, I was like, oh, you're gonna
like,
talk about other people's fashion.
I
You're
know,
like,
right?
oh.
Like, I don't have a great sense of fashion, and yeah, I'm like nitpicking over all the typical fashion stuff. Like another one is
another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Crocs with all the little things
Giblets?
that you
Gibbet?
giblets. Oh my god! Like respect to whoever thought of giblets, man. I'm like, that's a lot of money. Like one little giblet costs like $5-6,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like that's crazy.
No, I've seen the ones.
What? So you
like,
hate them? Sorry.
It's just
He doesn't
Or like you
understand
just
I
this.
don't understand.
understand.
Okay,
Do you not
maybe it's
understand
hey, but I
Crocs?
don't understand. Like I understand Crocs are
You're customizing it.
Yes.
Like what you like.
yeah, but
Yes.
someone
Like
recently
stickers on a water bottle.
yeah, but someone recently showed me the giblets that are toes. So you got Crocs, and then you
I've
have
seen them, I've seen them.
giblets. I'm like, why? It's
so funny,
your
wait,
feet.
it's so funny.
Like, I
goodness.
recently got over slides.
Oh.
Yeah, it took me a while, but I'm
Yeah,
into slides now.
I'm the same. I
Yeah.
used to not wear slides or sandals or
Yeah, actually, I was the same.
or
yeah.
Crocs.
Yeah.
But now I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Slides at the gym is still iffy for me. I get so
hang on.
annoyed.
Slides
You
and
don't-
what?
Slides at the gym.
You don't need
At the
them.
gym?
Yeah.
Is that safe?
You don't need. Yeah.
Technically, it's not safe. And
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't
how
get
people
that.
get injured. I see people with like broken feet all the time at my gym. I don't
Wait,
know how
but
that
people
happened.
weightlift without shoes on.
That's understandable, but like if you're like deadlifting, yes, I understand that. Squatting, yes, because you need a flat base and
Yeah.
you need a full range of motion.
Yeah.
Like slides just as you're chest pressing or like doing an ab workout. No, that's weird. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Doing leg raises and you see those slides go up and down. Like,
I think it's okay for an arm workout. Like if you pick the slides for the day that you don't need to use your feet, then it's okay.
I just
Because
think
sometimes
slides
I'm at the
is
gym.
weird.
Well, I go to Pilates and like I wear slides.
Oh yeah, okay, that's different
And
because you
then-
take them off.
yeah.
You don't use them when you're exercising. It's different.
But then sometimes I'm like, oh, I kind of don't have. I kind of just want to go to the gym, like do my Pilates class, and
Yeah.
then do another workout as
After,
well.
yeah.
But I'm already in slides.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't typically wear slides because I tend to do like cardio after my workout.
Yeah.
So I need to walk.
Yeah. So you need proper shoes.
But yeah, I get it. I sort
Yeah.
of get it. But I wouldn't call it
Okay.
a pet peeve.
all right. You guys are gonna agree on me with this one. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I told you about this, but it's a pet peeve when someone's hair like visibly disables you from seeing.
What?
Or like,
like in the
themselves.
wind?
No, like I was at the gym. I remember this guy. He had glasses on, and then his fringe is so long that
Yeah.
it covers his eyes. Like he's literally looking through his hair or his glasses
like
through
a
his
hair
hair.
bush.
Like
Oh my gosh.
if you guys are watching, my hair was like this, and this is all you can see.
Like up to your nose, like from your forehead to your nose. Okay.
Yeah. Like, what is the point of that? And when we're doing my workouts, we're literally like blowing the hair out of their face all the time.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, why
Yeah, that's
would you
kind
do
of ridiculous. Just pin it up or something.
that? Yeah, exactly right. But yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like you guys, if your fringe was like
Yeah.
constantly in front.
Yeah.
And
I'd
it's
be annoyed myself.
Oh.
What is the
on wearing,
purpose,
like,
right?
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I have seen that though. Like when the
Yeah.
guys have like a fringe and it's like just like a side fringe and it's like so long. Like they cover
Yuck.
one of their eyes and I'm like,
That's a classic
not a thing.
90s Asian
yeah.
look. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That typical long hair and then
Yeah.
The emo
Everyone-
sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that. Yeah. Everyone
gosh.
like grew up in that age, like just like
Yeah.
straightening their hair, so it's just
Yes.
like constantly straight, and
So
just
not a
one.
thing.
Yeah,
So not a thing.
crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
yes, that's just my pet peeve. Realizing now it's
I
a lot of
don't
fashion.
even see that anymore. So that was not something that like clicked in my mind. But yes, that's not a good thing to look at. And I'd be frustrated for them.
Right.
What's some other? Do you have any other gym
Sorry,
pet peeves? Do you have any other gym pet peeves? I feel like,
gym pet peeves.
I feel like there's a bit.
My one
to think about
is what do you call it when you do multiple different workouts? Oh, I can't remember.
I get it.
It's bothering me, but it's literally when you do
Circuit?
not a
No.
circuit.
Oh.
But you literally do one workout and
Yeah.
instead of
Someone's occupying the machine while
Yeah.
they're doing another machine.
yeah, so they will do like let's say they're training chest and triceps. So they do one thing on the chest,
Yeah.
and instead of having a break for their chest, they'll go to do their tricep workout.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's like compound workout. I can't remember the word, but yeah,
What's a pet peeve about this?
it's just like
Like someone else is taking the machine space.
yeah,
up.
yeah, and then you're like, you don't know, you come over, there's no indication that they've taken over, and then it's been like a solid 7 minutes, all right? You do your workout and it's like, oh, hey, I'm using that. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, you haven't been here for 7 minutes. Like, where have you been? And then
okay. Yeah.
And I've seen it happen when they're like, at the worst, they're on 3 machines.
No.
Yeah. So
I don't
That's actually
think they
pretty
have
bad.
gym etiquette then because that doesn't.
Right? It's like,
That doesn't
and then
make
there'll be
sense.
clients, oh, you can jump in, but like, yeah, these machines are mine. I'm like,
No, they're not. It's not how a gym works, but okay.
what about you? Do you guys have any Pilates pet peeves?
I think one for the gym is like not removing plates or weights.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's not-
okay to an extent if it's like a lower weight, something that I could actually shift. But if it's like
Something ridiculous.
Ego lifters do it so bad. They leave all the weights on, and it just as like a
yeah,
standing
if
point.
someone's like if I'm doing a squat rack and then someone's just left like I think bench press. Sorry, leg press would be the bigger thing. Someone's like left like 300 kilos,
Ego lifters, yeah.
and then I can't even like move
That's
it
crazy.
off because like where the plate is situated on
Yeah.
the leg press is like a bit higher than where I am. So I need to like lift, and I need to do that like 6 times.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Get to where I need to be.
That'll be like on one side. You need to go to the other
my
side.
God, yeah, I
Oh my
know
goodness.
it's pretty bad. But sometimes, like honestly, I forget to move my weight as well. So, but it's like the weight that I lift is not that much compared to like
No,
other
fair,
people.
fair.
So it's okay if it's like
300 kilos is
Yeah.
insane.
yeah, I know.
Like if I forget and then like a girl jumps on, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then
yeah,
I just
yeah,
go
yeah.
back
That's
and
yeah,
help them
exactly,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gym etiquette.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Sam? Any?
In terms of Pilates, I hate when people don't clean the bed.
But doesn't the instructor tell you to do that?
Yeah, but some people just go.
What?
I've seen people just leave, and I'm like, yeah, I've kind of made it a thing now. Like if I haven't seen it's like been like freshly wiped, I wipe it. Yeah.
Oh, my instructor puts the wipes on the bed.
They do.
Oh,
they
and
do.
What, the person just leaves?
The person just leaves.
No.
Or they just do a shocking job. Like they just do a half job. I'm like,
Oh, wait, that's
not
another
it.
thing. I hate when girls don't wipe the straps, the hand
Yeah,
straps.
that's so important. We're gonna
Because
be
that goes
using
in your
that.
hands, that goes in your
Yes,
feet, and like if people are
correct.
not wiping them down, and it's like, oh,
Exactly.
Damn.
Luke's face.
I mean, like I always like wipe after I
Yeah.
finish.
I think that's really important in gym as well. Yeah.
People don't do that, and
Yeah.
like you can get like ringworm from all that stuff. That's
Exactly.
crazy. But yeah.
You never
But
know.
In terms of another gym one, it's just when there's 4 people in one machine and we're just talking most of the time. And then usually hour before there's one person that's like ego lifting. Oh, so bad.
Just a crowd.
There's one group, I'm pretty sure they're Chinese because I know they're import, but one of them wears shades when he lifts. Shades.
What?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
like
Yeah.
he's
What is
doing-
that?
Maybe I understand. I was trying to rationalize. I was like, maybe it's because when he's benching, he blocks out the light, but he still does it when he's not benching. I'm like, what's the point? And then
maybe he doesn't have glasses, and the only
I'm surprised that's
prescription
not a
thing
pet peeve for you.
he has.
Like to wear sunnies indoors.
he's adult, right?
That is so
Maybe I haven't
weird.
seen that often enough for it to be an actual peeve. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, you guys, what are you doing?
Some people
Weird.
can't see, and they need their prescription glasses. Like they don't
Yeah.
have anything else but their prescription sunglasses, so
Yeah.
they need to wear it indoors.
But I've seen it
Maybe.
multiple times. Like, get your together. That's why get your stuff together. Like, yeah, and I don't know. It's funny. Like, I see that guy showboating all the time. I'm like, calm down. Just calm down. Like, I can see you clearly avoid leg day, so stop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're a hater, Luke.
That
You-
is
I
so
am
brutal.
like,
Luke.
it was one of the days they all came in for legs, and literally the guy did one set. Oh, not even one set. One set, and then he'll go do arms, and then and then everyone else would be doing the thing, and then he would just be showboating on arms. I'm like, stop.
Okay.
And
Another
he was
thing-
wearing those Croc shoes as well. Sorry. Anyways, continue. 'Cause you're
No, I
we're
agree.
together.
I think Crocs are a little bit cringe at the gym.
Yeah.
Or another thing I had was like when people leave tissues in the cups of the treadmill.
the cups in the treadmill.
I mean, people forget. I think I get
Yeah.
it. People forget, and the cleaners. I know the cleaners come around and probably like take it out of the cups, but like,
It's like at the end of the day kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just take it out.
Yeah.
Because like I can't put my water bottle in there. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
I don't know where this tissue has been.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, no, fair
No,
enough.
gym cleanliness is really important.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah. Oh, on a
yeah.
side diversion, I realized there's not a lot of people that, not a lot of new people, like New Year resolution people have a gym. Like,
Really?
I've seen like
I've
this
noticed a
most
bit.
same regulars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess
That's
everyone's,
different.
yeah, maybe it's like
I think there are more gyms opening up as well.
possibly. So they
Maybe.
might be going to that. But yeah.
Well, maybe they're making the most of like the outdoors. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
We never know, right?
Yeah.
All right. On to the next point because we've gotten through some of our pet peeves.
I have so many still, but yeah.
Don't worry, we all.
You're also a hater.
I am. There's so many things.
Would you guys consider pet peeves a red flag, especially in a partner while dating?
Or like having a lot of pet peeves.
That and if they had any
Specific
of our
pet peeves. I think
peeves.
specific pet peeves, I'd probably have a discussion with them about it. If it really annoyed me and if it was like really like constant, then I would.
What kind of pet peeve, like with because you guys have been in relationships or
Yes.
are in a relationship, what
Yeah.
pet peeve have you brought up to your partner? Out of curiosity.
I've brought up snoring, but
Ooh.
we're working on that.
That's something he can't fix. He needs to like,
Yes.
he needs to tape or like something.
I know someone that went
Intervention.
to surgery
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, was it like, how serious did it get out of curiosity?
Snoring?
Yeah.
It's because I'm a very light sleeper. Like for me, if sleep doesn't affect me too much in the sense if I don't have like, let's say if I have like 6 hours of sleep, I can still survive the day.
Yeah.
If it's a regular thing though, it's kind of hard for me to survive. But it got to a point where like I couldn't fall asleep.
Oh,
At
wow.
all. Yeah.
Wow.
So, well, we're working on it. But I think, yeah,
That's hard.
trying to make
yeah,
it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got heaps of friends who've got partners who snore as well, and we're kind of just discussing it and seeing what we can work with that.
Yeah.
Like someone recently bought, like these like special earplugs
Oh.
to like.
Why are you fixing it? He should be fixing it on his side.
Well,
Wait, is that the compromise? Like,
no,
you're
no,
mostly...
it's more like he like we know that he needs to probably go to a sleep doctor to see what's the problem first. Yeah, and then we'll work through it. So
Okay.
he's
Okay,
making
so
steps,
it's-
but I'm also
yeah.
being proactive
Yeah.
as well.
proactive.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Yeah.
wait it out for that long
Correct.
before it's happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
understand.
Especially if if we decide to like live together and stuff like that, then it'll become
Yeah.
a bit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jenny? Have you brought anything up
I
to
think
Julian?
it's like the cleanliness issue, like the bathroom not being clean. It's just, I don't know. Just is that a pet peeve or is it like?
No, I think it's just like a.
Yeah, and it's
It's important. It's important.
and it's hard to like come across as not complaining about things because it's his space.
Yeah.
Really, I don't live with him, so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I don't really like the sight of the state of your bathroom, but
Yeah.
you're okay with it. And I guess it just depends on how he's taking in the feedback that
Yeah.
I'm giving him
Yeah.
about how I feel about these things and
About,
whether he's like
compromise
actually
as well.
making changes about it or like,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, compromise as well. Like
Yeah.
whether my degree of cleanliness, whether I can like lower it a little bit to meet
Yeah.
his or whether he can like put
yeah.
more effort in to meet mine.
Yeah. No, I think that's really important because, like, a person's standard could be like outrageously high, for example.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
yeah.
like-
I understand that's
Yeah.
really hard to deal with, like
Yeah.
being outrageously high.
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't feel like my standards are that
yeah,
high.
yeah. So then I think if you
Interesting.
like you've expressed that, so I think it makes sense that he can work on that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, that's interesting
100%.
because pet peeves are based on our own standards, right? Because
Yes.
we have this set
Tolerance as well.
expectation.
Yeah, of course.
and
Expectation. Yeah.
That's really how it's morphed.
What about you?
Out of curiosity, going back to our own pet peeves, because my one, I told you guys how my pet peeves are formed, like because the hat, the clothes, and all that.
It's from like
is
experiences.
experience. Where do your ones come from? Your driving, where does that come from? And your
Oh, I think my driving comes from my walking. Like I hate slow walkers. I think I don't know if it's because I've had to because I'm a small person, right? I'm a small person.
small but fast, eh?
Yes, but fast. I'm just like always constantly on the go. So I think that's like it kind of ties with that in the sense where I'm always having to just like I have a place to be. I need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not just like if I'm like leisurely walking, sure, it's different.
Yeah.
But if I'm like going through the city and like I need to go shopping or do something, then I'm like I'm on the go. Similar to like being in a car. Like if I've got somewhere to be, I want to try and beat traffic. I want to try and like get there as fast as I can without these slow drivers. So I think they're kind of like hand in hand.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Jenny?
I think mine with the not repeating myself. I think that would be a big one that I really hate.
Yeah.
Just like it's okay. Like I'm patient with the people that I don't know. Like for tutoring, I'm very patient with like kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're like learning new things and like you get things wrong and like sometimes you're just not paying attention. It's just in school in general, right?
Yeah.
But like
Environment.
if it's like people that I know and are able-bodied and like I know that they can read these things, like please pay attention. I don't like
Yes.
repeating myself on the same things over and over again.
Courtesy, I think. Common courtesy.
Yeah.
I think. Because I think it's reciprocal. Like they would also not want to repeat themselves as well.
Yeah.
I feel
Or maybe.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that's a common thing to
I don't know. I think a
like
lot of
you might have a higher not
yeah.
like
yeah.
I mean,
But no,
lower
I think
tolerance,
it's
but
also
yeah.
like a respect, like maybe respectful. Like
yeah,
why aren't you
paying attention.
paying attention?
Yes. Yeah. What about yours, Luke? Like I know your hat one is from experience, like in the RSL club and those kind of things. But can you think of one where it's not related to like work, for example?
So yeah, anything clothes related, I guess, because
Is it like unsightly? That kind of thing.
it's just
Or like
my,
you just don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like it's just all the
Can't
trends.
comprehend.
Like you know how we see trends and all that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No offense, I don't even understand mukbangs. Like it's just not my
Ooh,
understanding.
I like
Okay.
it.
So I
Yeah.
don't like perceive why people should do it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't understand the outrageous ones, like the outrageous mukbangs, but I do understand.
What's an
mukbangs.
outrageous mukbang? I like watching people eat
they're
like 100 Cheetos, like
I
a
can't do
1,000
that.
Cheetos.
No, I
Like,
can't do
like,
that.
I like watching what's it called? Tu. She's like the biggest Korean mukbanger. She has a ridiculous
I think I know
stomach.
which one. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. I can't do that. I can't watch
Oh,
it.
I like watching that. I'm
It's too much.
fascinated.
yeah.
It's too much for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, sorry, you go.
I'm just fascinated about like how much people, like volume people can eat. So sometimes I
to
just
me.
like watching fat people eat.
No, I can't. Like eating competition, can't do it. Can't watch that.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe it's just my feeling with food.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, it's like because I don't perceive myself doing it. I don't understand why you should do it. Like
Yeah.
I remember high school, I did not like bucket hats at all. But I go over it after I wore one. I'm like, I look pretty solid in a bucket hat.
Wait, so you can't perceive?
I cannot
you
perceive
eating
myself-
in front of a camera or people watching you eat.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
like you eating that
to that
much.
much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know my history of like binge eating. Like if I
Yeah.
maybe I know I can finish it, but I'm like I don't need people to watch me eat.
Yeah.
That's
But that's how people make money. It's their job.
true.
Yeah.
It is true. It is true. Yeah, like it somehow works. But for me, for myself, I don't imagine myself like starting my own channel, just eating
Yeah.
mukbangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that.
So it's more situations of like things that you can't comprehend yourself doing that you're like questioning.
Yeah. Okay.
And like I said, like yes, my fashion sense is considered pretty shitty, and I realized that due to the fact that I have clothes anxiety. So like,
Interesting.
I take an hour before I go out to like pick what I.
No way.
Yeah, like a girl.
Really?
Yeah, like a girl. No,
Like
okay.
you cycle through clothes just to try and figure out the right one.
Yeah, like, and because I was
Wow.
explaining to Alex, this is like, because I mentioned to him, it's like, I might be a bit late because clothes anxiety, and it's like, oh, I never heard of that before. But anyways, it's just because like as a younger kid, like all the clothes that we had as a younger kid was like made by my mum because she worked in like a
cute.
clothes company.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'd just be like a simple design, literally just patches and match together. And like going to like a private school, kids wearing like proper clothing, branded clothing. I get like a bit of anxiety about that. So it just like carried on. Yeah. And I was always worried about like what I look like and like if I get judged and all that from it. Yeah. That's why I try not to wear like the same clothes 2 days in a row, maybe like one gap in between and all
I
that.
do that, yeah.
And and also like I'm a sweaty person. I'm afraid about like my BO will like carry on or whatnot to my next set of clothes. And that's just a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm very picky about clothes and looking at people and like, how can you wear that? How can you style that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just get like, when it comes to my hair, I'm like, I know my hair's limits and its functionality. I'm like, I can't see myself doing that.
Yeah.
I'll just get a fade. That's it. Done deal.
Yeah.
If I want it any easier, I'll just get like a number 1 or number 2 all the way around. Done deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's me. Yeah.
So interesting how I still find it really interesting for guys' haircuts. It's like 0, 1, 2. There's just numbers. I don't understand that.
But no, it's the millimeter of the
I don't know.
the shaving. The
trimmer.
Yeah.
The trimmer.
I find that really interesting. But
yeah.
I find that interesting. It definitely does shape you. Though. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why when I said like your standards, your expectations, and how it goes
that's
hand in hand with your pet peeves.
Yes.
But yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
All right. We hit a solid time. Concluding question, you guys. What advice do you have for couples about having a hard time with each other's pet peeves?
I think if it's really like killing you, like if it's really bad, like you should definitely have a conversation with your partner, see what you can do about, I guess, what the steps you can take to kind of either meet a middle ground or, I guess, eradicate that problem. It's really, I think it's just really important if your partner's like receptive and takes it on board or not, or I guess argues against it, then I think that kind of tells you a little bit about them as well.
Yeah. Wait, we didn't talk about like what are the pet peeves that your partner has of you?
Oh, yes. Come back to you guys, okay? But yes.
I can start. So Julian hates when I say more better. Because
you say that?
You say more better?
Yeah, sometimes I just say like more and then the word.
So like
and
grammatically,
then it's grammatically incorrect.
Yeah. I can imagine.
But yeah, that's what I sometimes say because I'm saying it to emphasize that there can be
better,
even better, but it's not correct.
Yeah,
because the ER from the better is already.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
I think for mine, so I do this thing where like when I chew, I don't close my mouth sometimes. It's really bad. I don't know where I picked that up.
I think it's an Asian thing.
Is it?
You grew up eating like that.
Yeah. I only just realized it though. So my sister and my partner actively tell me now when I do it because I don't like the sound of it from others. So I don't know why I do it, which is really weird.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm working on. Yeah.
Was there anything
Yes.
that you can think of
Honestly,
in a previous relationship?
Nah,
Yeah.
honestly, can't think of any. And again, we were a very people-pleasing relationship. So like if we had any issues with each other, we wouldn't say. So yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, drawing blank. But anyways, back to
Wait. Do you have one of for your boyfriend?
Oh yeah.
That you.
Oh, besides snoring.
Yeah.
Oh, besides
snoring.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of at this point. I feel like we definitely have had conversations about it. I was like, I think I asked him like red flags and pet peeves together. I can't.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't recall at this point. What about you?
I think mine were like food and teeth.
Okay, what do you mean by food and
I think
like
Julian
food?
has like when he eats food and then like he often leaves food in his teeth after eating.
Oh, you have a
And I
cleanliness
think
thing.
I'm more like I'm It's also appearances. Like when you're
Appearance.
talking to people,
Yeah.
like, it's just why do you have food in your teeth?
Yeah.
Like, you can
I
just-
always tell my boyfriend if he has food in his teeth.
I do too, but
or
like
if something like around his nose or face,
Yeah.
I'm always like,
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
tell
yeah.
him.
But it's
Yeah.
like just run your tongue over your mouth.
Yeah.
But apparently he just can't do that.
Sometimes
Like
you
his-
can't see, sometimes you can't feel it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't feel
Questioning
it.
myself now.
Kind of questioning.
Anyways.
No, but I get that.
Interesting.
I get
Okay.
that.
Ah. Good.
Probably a cleanliness thing. I'm just
Yeah.
This could be good dating advice, you guys. You never know. But anyway.
just keeping up with your appearance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
the thing.
I think
true.
that's important though,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Back to the question. What advice would you give?
No, she already gave, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Communication. There's nothing more that I can think of other than
Yeah, because like,
compromise.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hand in hand, I think.
Yeah. It's thinking about it now. It's just like as well, and like because I learned to grow over my pet peeves, right? Like the whole hat inside and whatnot. I'm like, not saying that you should just give up on it. Like if you have if it's a big deal, then
Yeah.
talk to your partner about it.
Yeah.
But like you also have to compare. Like, is it
Worth
big enough
it.
to
Yeah.
to bring it up? Like,
Yeah.
yes, sometimes we're in the honeymoon phase and we're afraid to bring things up and all that. But again, it's just up to you to bring it up. If it's honestly
Yeah,
something you can live
exactly.
with, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. You can live with. But if it's a big deal, then yeah, you got to face it up because you don't want the next 50 years of your life to deal with this one
Yeah,
pet peeve.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Agree.
It's better to say something. For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like really important to you.
Yeah.
And I think your partner should be receptive and understanding of where you're coming from and I guess accept that and take it on. Maybe do something about it or work towards it. And then yeah, because I think it's vice versa, like reciprocal both ways, right? Like there's obviously going to be things that my partner doesn't like about me and you know, because not everyone's the same.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No.
100%.
Good points. Well, thank you guys for listening. This is Casual Corner Chats. Bye. Hey guys, if you liked the episode, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
You can listen to us weekly on Spotify or watch us on YouTube.
If you're interested in more content, check out our Instagram and TikTok.
Comment on any of our platforms if you have a question or a topic that you want us to cover.
See you guys next time.
Bye.